Material is equal, but white enjoys a passed pawn and the move. Now, the temptation is to push that passed pawn because, after all, passed pawns are meant to be pushed. But identify the continuation. On pawn e5, king g5, king e4, king g6, king d5, king f7, king d6, king e8, king e6, and you might feel like you've achieved the optimal position for outflanking, but he has a pawn that can now move to g5. And you're going to have to mind that pawn with your king, giving him the opportunity to mind your pawn with his king. Instead, we're going to use a technique called shouldering to keep his king away from your pawn. Now we get in front of our pawn. And now here you need to resist the urge to play king d6 because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's only 1, 2, 3, 4 away from promotion. You might say, but I can capture. Sure, but then this pawn. So either way, he promotes one move before you do. For that reason, king f5. And we just walk along with the pawn. Yeah, this is the tricky part. Obviously, you can't keep walking with the pawn or he takes and you have no way to stop promotion. We have to take, and that might be hard to do since that allows this pawn to move forward, but it doesn't allow that pawn to move forward because it comes with check. He has to move his king. You know the pawn square rule. Your king needs to be in the square of the pawn, so this move is easy enough. Had he pushed, we'd come here. And speaking of the pawn square rule, his king must stay in the square of our passed pawn, or we'll be able to run it. So we will stay in the square of his H-man, and we realize that his king can never leave this region without allowing our pawn to run up the board, so he's welcome to our G-man. Now that's all it made us do, but let's put it in against the computer and play it out. So we'll come after his H-man, and now we can force him to come after our E-man. Take this one, and we will use our 3 O's out front, opposition outflank. In this case, he didn't even make us work for it. Had he come here, we would have taken the outflank maneuver and then used our 3 O's. If you're not familiar with the 3 O's, I'll try to remember to link the video on that. But we just now can get out of the way of our pawn and push the pawn, and we'll just stay with his king. No need anymore. And checkmate. Oh yeah.